Hello, my students. Today's lesson is hormones in the human body. First, we have to know what is the hormone and from which part in our bodies these hormones are secreted. Hormone is a chemical substance or a chemical message that controls and organizes all the vital process and activities that inside our bodies. Hormones are secreted by parts of our bodies which are called endocrine glands. Those endocrine glands are also called ductless glands. And these endocrine glands are these endocrine glands secrete their hormones directly into the blood without passing through ducts, and that's why we call endocrine glands ductless glands. Take care that endocrine glands secrete more than 50 hormones inside our bodies, and the cells which are known as target cells that hormones affect are also located away from the endocrine glands that secrete hormones. And the way of and the only delivery that delivers such messages, which are called hormones, to those target cells is the blood. Endocrine glands secrete their hormones in limited quantities. So, if one of the glands does not act properly, the person will have a state of a hormone disorder. So, now, if I'm asking you, endocrine glands are called ductless glands. What is the reason from calling endocrine glands ductless one? Endocrine glands are called ductless glands, as you know, because they secrete their hormones directly into the blood without passing through ducts. The first endocrine gland that we have here is pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is found below the brain. Pituitary gland is a small gland in size. It takes the size of a pea seed. It contains or consists of two lobes. This gland secretes hormones that regulate the activities of the other glands. So, pituitary gland not only secrete only one hormone or two, no, of course, but it secretes a group of hormones which regulate the activities of the other glands. So, here comes the reason from calling endocrine gland a master gland or main gland. Actually, if I'm asking you, give a reason for. Endocrine gland is called master gland or main gland. This is because it secretes a group of hormones that regulate the activities of other glands. From the hormones that our pituitary gland secretes is the growth hormone. It controls the speed of the growth of the body muscles, bones, and other organs. And it also determines the height that the person will reach when he or she becomes full grown. Some diseases resulted from the growth hormone disorder in the human body, such as the disease which is called dwarfism or giantism. Dwarfism is such a disease that when the body stops suddenly growing, so the person becomes a dwarf, while in the giantism, the body or a continuous growth in the limbs bones occur, so the person becomes a giant. The reason from behind dwarfism is a decreasing that occurs to the secretion of the growth hormone at the childhood, while the reason from the giantism is due to increasing in the secretion of the growth hormone at the childhood. The second gland in our endocrine glands is thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is found in the front surface of the neck on both sides of the trachea. This gland consists of two lobes linked together by a small part. This gland actually secretes two types of hormones. The first type is thyroxine hormone, while the second one is calcitonin hormone. Thyroxine hormone plays an important role in food assimilation. Food assimilation process here means the burning of food inside our body to get out the necessary energy or the important energy that we need all the day and night to do our vital activities inside our bodies. So, thyroxine hormone takes a master role in food assimilation process in our body. While calcitonin hormone, this type of hormone controls the level of calcium inside our blood. And as you know, calcium takes an important role to keep our bones strong enough for doing our daily exercises. Some diseases resulted from the thyroxine hormone disorder in the human body. From these diseases, simple goiter and exophthalmic goiter. Simple goiter is an enlargement that we can see to the thyroid gland and the neck. The reason from behind this kind of disease is decreasing in the secretion of thyroxine hormone due to the lack of iodine from the food. Why iodine? Especially, that is because it enters in the hormone's structure. So, when your food is lacking iodine, this will cause simple goiter disease because it will affect on the performance of the thyroid gland in your body. The second one is exophthalmic goiter. This disease appears in the form of enlargement of thyroid gland accompanied by loss of weight, tension, and exophthalmosis. Exophthalmosis means that you can see in the picture your eyes will look weird. This disease is due to increasing in the secretion of the thyroxine hormone in large amounts. And as you know, thyroxine hormone help in burning the food in the food assimilation process, as you know, inside your body. So when this hormone increased in secretion, this will cause burning a huge amounts of food, which cause in the form of energy. So this will make us lose weight quickly. The third gland is adrenal gland. This gland locates adhering to the top of the kidney. This gland secretes adrenaline hormone, which stimulates the body organs to respond to emergencies. The fourth gland in our endocrine glands is pancreas. This gland is found between the stomach and the small intestine. This gland secretes two types of hormones, insulin hormone and the glucagon hormone. First, insulin hormone. This hormone reduces the blood sugar level. But before it, what makes the blood sugar level increases to needed such hormone to decreases it back? The reason from increasing the blood sugar level sometimes is maybe illness or maybe food that we eat. So, what are the types of food that we eat that makes our blood sugar level increase? Of course, the food that contains a lot of glucose sugar, sweets and so on, are a great reason to make our blood sugar level increases. Also the food which contains a huge amount of fats, because when those fats enter inside our body, these fats change to be a glucose sugar actually. So when this happens, brain begins to send messages for the pancreas to start secreting insulin hormone to reduce the blood sugar level. And this great soldier, insulin, doesn't waste his time. It starts at once stimulating body cells to use glucose as a source of energy and storing glucose sugar that increases in the body inside our liver in the form of fats which are called glycogen. Second hormone that the pancreas secretes is glucagon hormone. This hormone actually contradicts the insulin in its function because insulin aims to reduce the blood sugar level, while glucagon hormone aims to raise the blood sugar level. How? During Ramadan and while our bodies are fasting for a long time, This will, of course, decreases the blood sugar level. So, to raise the blood sugar level up to help us doing our exercises, activities along the daytime, this will need a glucagon hormone that raises the level of blood sugar inside our body by stimulating liver to convert the stored glycogen, the types of fats that we talked about. This liver converts the stored glycogen into glucose that releases into the bloodstream to be available to body cells to use and get energy that they need till they eat something containing sugar or glucose sugar. Now, if I'm asking you, give a reason for it. Pancreas is a mixed gland. Why we call pancreas is a mixed gland? Here, mixed means that it contains or it makes two contradicted functions. Yes, actually pancreas somehow is doing a contradicted functions. It contains, because pancreas acts as a ductless gland that secretes insulin and the glucagon hormone that regulates the glucose sugar directly into the blood, and it also secretes digestive juices through ducts. So it sometimes acts as a ductless gland, which is normal considered as an endocrine gland, and other time this pancreas has a duct and considered as a ducted gland which send its digestive juice through a duct to help in digestion process. Give a reason for pancreas is a double function gland. This will be because pancreas secretes insulin, which is responsible for decreasing glucose sugar level, and at the same time it produces another hormone, glucagon, which is responsible for increasing glucose sugar level. The disease that is resulted from insulin hormone disorder in the human body is diabetes. The symptoms from such disease is feeling very thirsty and multiple urination times. The reason behind this disease is decreasing in the secretion of insulin hormone, which leads to which make the cells unable to use glucose. So that results in increasing the level of glucose sugar inside the blood. The first type of endocrine glands that we will talk about is two testes. The two testes secrete testosterone hormone, which is responsible for the appearance of the male secondary sex characters, as we studied before in the second prep stage. And the six endocrine glands in our lesson are the two ovaries. These ovaries secrete two types of hormones. The first hormone is estrogen hormone, which is responsible for the appearance of the female sex character, and it promotes the secondary sex characters. And the second one is progesterone hormone. The progesterone hormone promotes the growth of endometrium. Endometrium means the lining of the uterus during the pregnancy. You must check your booklet for homework, and thank you.